Ladies and gentlemen, success doesn't happen overnight. It's not a random event. It's a journey that requires time, effort, and most importantly, a plan. A 21-day success plan is your roadmap to the future you envision. But what exactly does success mean to you? Is it career achievements, personal growth, or maybe a better relationship with yourself? Whatever your goal is, this plan can help get you closer to it, one step at a time. Starting a journey towards success is like planting a seed. At first, it feels like nothing is happening. You water it, take care of it, but you don't see results right away. The same goes for success. You have to commit, show up every day, and trust the process. But what you might not realize is that the very act of showing up and doing the work is what starts the transformation. Success begins with clarity. If you don't know where you're headed, it's like getting into a car with no GPS. You might drive, but you'll end up lost. Setting clear, actionable goals is the first and most essential step on your journey to success. Goals give you direction and purpose. But just any goal won't do. It has to be specific, measurable, and achievable. When setting your goals, start with the big picture. What is it that you truly want to achieve? This could be something related to your career, health, relationships, or even personal growth. It's important to dream big but also be realistic. Your goal should stretch you, challenge you, but also be within reach. If your goal is too vague, it will be hard to know where to start. If it's too big and overwhelming, it may feel impossible. Once you've identified your main goal, break it down into smaller, more manageable steps. This is where the magic happens. Instead of focusing on the end result, focus on the actions you can take today. For example, if your goal is to lose weight, don't just focus on the number you want to see on the scale. Instead, focus on small, consistent actions like eating healthier meals, exercising regularly, or drinking more water. Each day, you'll take small steps that bring you closer to your goal. Make your goals measurable. This means you need to have a clear way of tracking your progress. If you can't measure it, how do you know if you're moving forward? For example, if your goal is to read more books, set a target number of books to read per month or week. If it's to improve your fitness, set a goal for how many times per week you'll work out or how far you want to run. The key is to make your goals tangible so you can see your progress as you go. One of the most important aspects of setting goals is ensuring they are achievable. Setting a goal that's too ambitious or unrealistic can lead to frustration, but at the same time, don't sell yourself short. Push yourself outside your comfort zone, but make sure the goal is still attainable with consistent effort. If you're unsure whether a goal is achievable, break it down further and set smaller milestones that feel more realistic. Next, you need to make sure your goals are time-bound. Without a deadline, it's easy to keep putting things off. A time frame gives you urgency and motivation to take action. Whether it's 21 days or 6 months, set a clear deadline for when you want to achieve your goal. This gives you a sense of direction and helps you stay focused on the finish line. Make sure your goals align with your values. If your goal is something you don't truly care about, or it doesn't reflect your personal values, it's going to be hard to stay motivated. When your goals are meaningful to you, you'll find the energy to push through challenges and setbacks. The best goals are the ones that excite you, that align with your purpose, and that push you to grow. By setting clear, actionable goals, you create a blueprint for your success. This clarity gives you focus, direction, and the motivation to take consistent action. Remember, success doesn't come from hoping things will happen. It comes from planning, acting, and staying committed. So take a moment today to set your goals, break them down into manageable steps, and get started. Your future success begins with what you do today. Consistency is the bridge between your goals and achievements. It is not enough to set a goal and hope for the best. Success comes from daily, consistent action, small, deliberate steps that compound over time. Whether you're trying to build a business, get healthier, or develop a new habit, showing up every day, no matter how small the effort, is what leads to long-term success. Imagine trying to fill a bucket with water. If you pour a little bit every day, over time, that bucket will eventually fill up. But if you only pour once in a while, the process will take much longer. This is what consistency is all about. It's the habit of doing something regularly, even when it feels insignificant or you're not seeing immediate results. It's easy to do something once, but to do it every single day takes discipline and persistence. One of the biggest obstacles to consistency is the belief that big results only come from big actions. While it's true that grand gestures or major breakthroughs feel exciting, it's the smaller, quieter actions that create real change. Whether it's writing one page of a book each day or committing to a 10-minute workout, these small actions may seem insignificant in the moment, but over time they accumulate into something much larger. The key is not waiting for motivation to strike, but committing to the process, whether you feel like it or not. The power of consistency also lies in its ability to build momentum. Have you ever noticed how, once you start something and continue doing it regularly, it becomes easier? At first you might struggle, but as you keep showing up, your body and mind begin to adjust, and things start to flow. The more you consistently put in effort, the easier it becomes to continue doing so. This is the snowball effect. Small efforts that gradually build and gain momentum, making your journey towards your goals smoother and more efficient. But here's the thing, consistency doesn't always mean perfection. There will be days when you fall short. Maybe you didn't work out, maybe you missed writing, or maybe you didn't stick to your diet. The point is that you don't need to be perfect, you just need to show up. The next day is a new opportunity to get back on track. It's the act of coming back to the process, again and again, that creates real progress. It's about being kind to yourself when you slip and getting back in the game with renewed commitment. Another aspect of consistency is the discipline to make progress even when you're not feeling motivated. Motivation is often fleeting, it comes and goes. But discipline is what keeps you going when motivation fades. You might not feel like exercising one day, but your discipline kicks in, and you do it anyway because you know it's part of your goal. When you rely on motivation alone, you'll often find yourself quitting when things get tough or when motivation runs out. But discipline doesn't depend on how you feel in the moment. It's a commitment to the process and a promise to keep moving forward, regardless of external circumstances. Consistency also helps you build confidence. The more consistent you are, the more you prove to yourself that you can do hard things. Each day you show up, you reinforce your belief in yourself. This gradual increase in self-trust is essential for personal growth. Over time, you start to believe that you can tackle bigger and more complex challenges because you've already proven to yourself that you can stick to something. In the long run, consistency is the ultimate differentiator. Everyone has great ideas, but not everyone follows through. The ones who do, the ones who continue to show up day after day, are the ones who see results. It's not the grand moments or sudden bursts of effort that lead to success. It's the quiet, everyday work that accumulates over time. Building consistency requires patience and resilience. There will be times when you want to quit or when you feel discouraged. But the key to lasting success is pushing through those moments and continuing the journey. Each day, even the smallest step forward, brings you closer to where you want to be. Consistency is about showing up, no matter how you feel or what challenges arise, because you know that every step counts. Success does not come easily. In fact, success is often forged through struggle. It's not the smooth moments that shape us. It's the challenges that truly test our character and push us to grow. The way you approach these challenges can make all the difference in your journey. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, you should see them as opportunities to learn, grow, and emerge stronger. Each challenge is a lesson in disguise, a chance to refine your skills, and a chance to prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving greatness, no matter the odds. One of the most important things to remember when faced with a challenge is that failure is not permanent. Every successful person has encountered setbacks, difficulties, and obstacles. It's a natural part of the process. What separates those who succeed from those who don't is their ability to persevere in the face of adversity. It's easy to give up when things get hard. It's tempting to quit when the results aren't immediate or when progress seems slow. But success is not about instant gratification. It's about showing up, even when you don't feel like it, and continuing to move forward, no matter the circumstances. When you embrace challenges, you are embracing growth. You are stepping outside your comfort zone and pushing yourself to become a better version of yourself. Growth does not happen when things are easy. It happens when you are forced to stretch your limits, to dig deep, and to confront difficulties head on. It's easy to stay in a place where you feel safe, where you don't have to take risks. But real growth happens when you decide to break free from that comfort zone and tackle the challenges in front of you. Each time you push through a difficulty, you gain strength, knowledge, and resilience. You become better equipped to handle future challenges, and you build a foundation for long-term success. One of the most powerful mindsets you can adopt is the mindset of a problem solver. Challenges will always arise, but the way you approach them determines how quickly you can overcome them. Instead of focusing on the problem itself, focus on the solutions. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can I solve this problem? What can I do differently to move forward? By shifting your focus from the problem to the solution, you take control of the situation. You stop letting the challenge dictate your emotions and actions, and instead, you take proactive steps to overcome it. It's also important to remember that challenges are temporary. No matter how difficult a situation may seem, it will not last forever. Just like the seasons change, so will your circumstances. If you're facing a tough time, remember that it's just a chapter in your story, not the entire book. Life has a way of presenting difficulties to help you grow, but these challenges won't define you unless you let them. Stay focused on the bigger picture, and know that the struggles you face today will prepare you for greater success in the future. Another key element to embracing challenges is learning how to manage your emotions. When faced with difficulties, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, frustrated, or defeated. But your emotions should not control your actions. It's important to acknowledge how you feel, but not to let those emotions dictate your decisions. Take a step back, breathe, and assess the situation from a logical perspective. By maintaining emotional control, you'll be able to think clearly, make better decisions, and take the necessary steps to overcome the challenge in front of you. It's crucial to remember that you don't have to face challenges alone. Seek help when you need it. Whether it's asking for advice, support, or guidance from others, there's no shame in reaching out. Sometimes, having a fresh perspective can make all the difference. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who believe in your potential, and who will encourage you when things get tough. Having a strong support system can provide the motivation and strength you need to keep going, even when the road gets difficult. Be patient with yourself. Success is a long journey, and challenges are part of that journey. You may not overcome every obstacle immediately, and that's okay. The key is to stay persistent, to keep pushing forward, and to trust the process. With every challenge you face, you are getting closer to your goal. Every obstacle is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more capable of achieving your dreams. Embrace the challenges ahead, knowing that each one will bring you closer to success. Accountability is the cornerstone of personal and professional growth. Without it, progress is slow and goals remain distant dreams. When you are accountable to yourself, you take ownership of your actions, decisions, and results. Accountability pushes you to stay on track, to follow through on your commitments, and to keep going even when the motivation fades. It is the driving force that ensures you keep moving forward, no matter how challenging the journey may be. To hold yourself accountable, you first need to set clear and realistic goals. These goals should be specific, measurable, and time-bound, so you know exactly what you're working towards. Once your goals are defined, the next step is to break them down into actionable steps. Without a clear roadmap, it's easy to lose focus or become overwhelmed. By dividing your goals into smaller, manageable tasks, you create a clear path to follow. This way, you can see your progress, and each completed task becomes a small victory that propels you forward. But setting goals is only the beginning. The true test of accountability comes in the follow-through. It's easy to get excited about a new goal, to write it down, and to think about all the amazing things you will accomplish. But as time goes on, distractions arise, challenges appear, and motivation wanes. This is where accountability becomes critical. You must commit to your goals every single day, even when you don't feel like it. This consistency is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. By holding yourself accountable, you create the habit of showing up even when it's tough. One of the most effective ways to stay accountable is to track your progress regularly. When you keep a record of your actions, whether through a journal, planner, or digital tool, you have a visual reminder of how far you've come. This progress tracker not only keeps you on track, but also serves as a source of motivation. Seeing your achievements, no matter how small, reinforces the idea that you are capable of reaching your goals. It also allows you to identify areas where you may need to improve or adjust your approach, keeping you aligned with your objectives. Another key aspect of accountability is being honest with yourself. It's easy to make excuses or justify why you didn't complete a task or reach a milestone. But if you want to truly grow, you must be willing to face the truth about your actions. If you didn't meet a deadline, ask yourself why. Did you procrastinate? Did you lack focus? Or did you simply underestimate the time required to complete the task? Being honest with yourself allows you to identify patterns, learn from mistakes, and make the necessary adjustments to stay on track. Accountability is not about being perfect. It's about being truthful with yourself and taking responsibility for your actions. Holding yourself accountable also means being proactive rather than reactive. It's about taking responsibility for your success and failure, rather than waiting for someone else to push you or tell you what to do. Proactive accountability involves setting your own deadlines, making your own decisions, and taking control of your own progress. It's about being the leader of your own life. When you are proactive, you stop waiting for the perfect moment to act. You don't let fear, doubt, or procrastination hold you back. You take charge, make decisions, and move forward with confidence. Accountability also requires discipline. It's about doing the work even when you don't feel like it. It's about showing up even when it's easier to stay in bed or to avoid the task at hand. The discipline to stay accountable is what keeps you focused on the long-term goal, even when short-term distractions try to pull you away. This discipline is built over time as you develop the habit of taking responsibility for your actions and decisions. Over time, staying accountable becomes second nature, and it becomes easier to stick to your commitments. Accountability also involves creating a support system. Surrounding yourself with people who hold you accountable can be incredibly powerful. Whether it's a mentor, a friend, or a colleague, having someone to check in with can help you stay focused and motivated. This external accountability creates an additional layer of responsibility. When you know someone else is counting on you to follow through, it gives you an extra push to stay on track. However, it's important to remember that while external accountability can help, the most important form of accountability is the one you have with yourself. Ultimately, accountability is about making a commitment to yourself and honoring that commitment every day. It's about taking responsibility for your actions, learning from your mistakes, and continually moving forward. When you hold yourself accountable, you set yourself up for success. You stop waiting for things to happen and start making them happen. You stop making excuses and start taking action. By embracing accountability, you empower yourself to take control of your destiny and create the future you desire. Success is not just about setting goals and achieving them. It is about the people you surround yourself with and the positive influence they bring into your life. The people around you can either lift you up or bring you down. Your circle plays a crucial role in shaping your mindset, your behavior, and ultimately your success. When you surround yourself with individuals who inspire you, support you, and believe in your dreams, it becomes easier to stay motivated and focused on your goals. On the other hand, being around negative or unsupportive people can drain your energy, diminish your confidence, and make it difficult to progress. It's essential to choose your circle wisely. The energy of the people you spend time with will have a significant impact on your own energy. If you're constantly surrounded by individuals who are cynical, critical, or indifferent, you may begin to adopt those same attitudes, even if you don't realize it. Negativity breeds negativity, and that mindset can sabotage your progress. However, when you are around people who uplift you, who challenge you to be better, and who encourage you to take risks and pursue your dreams, you'll feel empowered to push through your limitations. One of the most powerful aspects of surrounding yourself with the right people is that they help to hold you accountable. It's easy to let yourself slide when there's no one around to check in on you or remind you of your commitments. But when you have people who genuinely care about your success, they will help keep you focused. They will be the ones to remind you of your goals when you get sidetracked, to offer advice when you're unsure, and to celebrate your wins with you. Accountability, partners, mentors, and even friends can provide the motivation and encouragement you need to stay on track. These positive influences can also offer different perspectives and help you think outside the box. Sometimes we get so caught up in our own way of thinking that we miss other possible solutions or ideas. By surrounding yourself with a diverse group of people who bring new ideas and perspectives to the table, you open yourself up to creative thinking and problem solving. These different viewpoints can challenge your assumptions, help you see things from a new angle, and lead to more innovative solutions to the obstacles you face. Surrounding yourself with individuals who have different backgrounds, skills, and experiences can expand your horizons and allow you to learn and grow in ways you might not have considered on your own. It's also important to remember that the energy you give is just as important as the energy you receive. When you are surrounded by others, it's not just about what you get from them, it's also about what you contribute. A positive, supportive, and uplifting attitude can have a ripple effect on the people around you. When you encourage others, offer help, and genuinely celebrate their success, you create an environment of mutual support. This, in turn, fosters a sense of community, trust, and collaboration, all of which are essential for long-term success. It's also vital to be mindful of toxic relationships. Some people may not intentionally bring negativity into your life, but their behavior and attitudes can still have a harmful impact. Toxic relationships can drain your energy, fill you with self-doubt, and prevent you from achieving your full potential. These relationships can be with family, friends, or colleagues, and it's important to recognize when they are doing more harm than good. Setting boundaries with toxic individuals is essential for protecting your energy and preserving your mental and emotional well-being. Sometimes this means stepping away from relationships that no longer serve your growth and aligning yourself with people who genuinely support your journey. Moreover, building a strong, positive network also means learning to say no. Saying no to people or situations that drain your energy is just as important as saying yes to those that empower you. It's easy to get caught up in trying to please everyone, but when you prioritize your well-being and goals, you'll find that your energy and time are much better spent. Learning to say no allows you to protect your mental space, focus on what truly matters, and cultivate the relationships that will help you grow. The people you surround yourself with should be those who inspire you to be your best self. They should push you to be better, not because they criticize you, but because they believe in your potential. They should be the ones who challenge you, who encourage you to take risks, and who stand by you when times get tough. Having a supportive network is crucial to long-term success, as they help you stay focused, motivated, and resilient in the face of challenges. The people you spend your time with can either fuel your growth or hinder it. Choose your circle wisely and surround yourself with individuals who bring positivity, support, and encouragement into your life. When you do this, you create an environment where success is not only possible but inevitable. Your success is intertwined with the success of the people around you, and together you can accomplish more than you could ever do alone. Reflection is a powerful tool for growth. It is the process of looking back on your actions, decisions, and experiences to understand where you've been and how you've arrived at this point. Reflection allows you to see the progress you've made, the lessons you've learned, and the areas where you need to improve. It is essential for personal development and achieving long-term success because it helps you stay aligned with your goals, make necessary adjustments, and avoid repeating mistakes. Without reflection, it's easy to become stuck in old patterns or miss opportunities for growth. To reflect effectively, it's important to regularly take the time to assess your journey. This is not just about acknowledging your achievements, though those are important. It's also about being honest with yourself about where things didn't go as planned. Reflection should not be limited to celebrating successes, but also to analyzing failures, setbacks, and mistakes. It is through this honest self-assessment that true growth happens. By identifying what went wrong, you can uncover valuable lessons that will guide your future decisions and actions. One of the best ways to reflect is through journaling or writing down your thoughts. When you put your experiences into words, you gain clarity. The act of writing forces you to slow down and think critically about what has happened, how you felt, and what you've learned. Journaling helps you organize your thoughts, process emotions, and get a clear sense of direction moving forward. Even if you don't have a lot of time, setting aside just 5 to 10 minutes each day to jot down your reflections can lead to significant insights. Writing can also serve as a record of your journey, giving you something to look back on and measure your progress over time. Another way to reflect is by having honest conversations with yourself. Ask yourself the tough questions: what went well today? What didn't go well? What can I do better tomorrow? These questions encourage you to take ownership of your actions and decisions. They also help you stay focused on the bigger picture, ensuring that you're constantly moving forward. Sometimes the answers to these questions might not be easy to hear, but they are necessary for growth. Acknowledging your weaknesses and shortcomings is not a sign of failure. It's an opportunity to improve. Reflection is about being truthful with yourself and being willing to make the necessary changes. In addition to self-reflection, it's also helpful to seek feedback from others. While self-reflection is important, getting an outside perspective can provide additional insights that you might not have considered. Feedback from others can help you identify blind spots, recognize strengths you might have overlooked, and gain a clearer understanding of how your actions affect those around you. When seeking feedback, it's crucial to approach it with an open mind and a willingness to learn. Take the time to listen carefully to what others are saying and avoid becoming defensive. Constructive criticism is a tool for growth, not an attack on your character. Use it as a way to improve and refine your approach. A key part of reflection is measuring your progress. Often, when we're focused on achieving long-term goals, we forget to pause and appreciate how far we've come. It's easy to get caught up in the next task or the next milestone, but reflecting on your progress helps you see the bigger picture. Take a moment to acknowledge the small wins, the steps forward, and the challenges you've overcome. This practice can boost your motivation and help you stay committed to your goals. Celebrating your progress, even in small increments, reinforces the idea that you are making progress, even if it doesn't always feel that way. Reflection also allows you to adjust your course when necessary. As you reflect on your progress, you may notice areas where you need to make changes. Perhaps a particular strategy isn't working, or you've discovered a new opportunity that requires a shift in focus. The act of reflection helps you become more adaptable. It allows you to course correct in real time rather than waiting until things have gone off track. By consistently reflecting on your actions and outcomes, you can make small adjustments along the way that ultimately lead to better results. Moreover, reflection helps you maintain perspective. When things get tough, it's easy to become discouraged or overwhelmed. However, by reflecting on past challenges and how you've overcome them, you remind yourself of your resilience and your ability to handle adversity. This perspective can give you the strength and motivation to keep going, even when obstacles seem insurmountable. When you reflect, you reconnect with the reasons why you started in the first place, which can reignite your passion and drive. Incorporating regular reflection into your routine is one of the best things you can do for your growth. It allows you to stay grounded, assess your progress, and make necessary changes. Reflection gives you the clarity and insight to move forward with intention, focus, and purpose. It ensures that you don't simply go through the motions of life, but actively engage with your experiences and learn from them. The more you reflect, the more you will learn about yourself, your goals, and the path that leads to success. Your mindset shapes your reality. The way you perceive the world, the way you view your challenges, and the way you see yourself determines how far you'll go in your pursuit of success. If you don't believe in your potential, if you don't believe that you are capable of achieving your dreams, then you've already set a limit for yourself. But if you shift your mindset, if you start to believe that you are worthy of success, worthy of the life you dream of, then the possibilities become endless. The first step in developing a success-oriented mindset is to recognize that your thoughts directly influence your actions. What you believe is true about yourself will show up in the choices you make, the risks you take, and the energy you put into your work. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, not smart enough, or not worthy of success, then you'll start to act in ways that reflect those beliefs. You'll hold yourself back, afraid to take the risks necessary to succeed, and you'll stop putting in the effort needed to achieve your goals. But when you start to tell yourself a different story, a story where you are capable and deserving, your actions begin to align with those beliefs. One of the most powerful ways to change your mindset is through positive self-talk. The language you use with yourself matters. If you're constantly speaking to yourself with doubt and negativity, you're reinforcing a mindset of limitation. But when you speak to yourself with encouragement and belief, you're training your brain to focus on what's possible rather than what's holding you back. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It simply means shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have. It's about acknowledging your strengths, your abilities, and your potential. Every time you face a challenge, remind yourself that you have the skills, the resilience, and the determination to overcome it. Another aspect of developing a success mindset is cultivating a growth mindset. People with a growth mindset believe that their abilities and intelligence can be developed with effort, learning, and persistence. They understand that setbacks are not permanent failures but opportunities to learn and grow. On the other hand, people with a fixed mindset believe that their abilities are limited and that their intelligence is set in stone. This mindset holds them back from taking risks, from trying new things, and from pushing through challenges. If you want to succeed, you need to embrace a growth mindset. Understand that you are capable of learning and improving, no matter where you start. Mistakes and failures are part of the journey. They are not signs that you are incapable, but proof that you are trying and growing. Another important factor in your mindset is resilience. Success is not a straight line. It's filled with ups and downs, challenges and setbacks. Resilience is the ability to bounce back when things go wrong. It's about having the strength to keep going, even when the road gets tough. People with a resilient mindset don't give up when they face obstacles. Instead, they see those obstacles as opportunities to grow stronger. They embrace failure as a stepping stone rather than a defeat. To develop resilience, you must train yourself to keep going, even when things aren't going your way. Understand that challenges are a natural part of life, and they don't define you. How you respond to those challenges is what truly matters. In addition to resilience, your mindset should also be focused on taking ownership of your success. It's easy to blame external circumstances or other people for your situation, but successful people take responsibility for their actions and decisions. They understand that they are in control of their destiny. By taking ownership, you empower yourself to make the changes necessary to achieve your goals. You stop waiting for the perfect moment or the right opportunity, and instead, you create those opportunities through your own efforts and decisions. A success mindset involves surrounding yourself with positive influences. The people you spend time with have a huge impact on your mindset. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, criticism, or doubt, it will be difficult to maintain a positive, success-oriented mindset. Seek out people who inspire you, who believe in you, and who challenge you to be better. When you surround yourself with positive energy, it becomes easier to maintain a positive mindset and stay focused on your goals. Your mindset is the foundation of your success. If you believe in your ability to achieve your dreams, if you embrace challenges as opportunities to grow, and if you take responsibility for your actions, then success becomes not just a possibility but a certainty. It all starts with the way you think. Shift your mindset, and you shift your entire life.
Coffee stains the paper white, a sinking sun in teacup tide. Curtains sway like ghosts in flight. The room breathes quiet, nothing hides. The clock ticks slow, a hollow drum. Each second falls, a kingdom's crumb. The clock taps at the pane. Its dusty wings a fragile flame.